Hello, everyone. Welcome to Humankind. Um, so this is just going to be like an overview video of like my first ever game. I haven't played another game yet, so this is my first ever game. First, I'm going to go over my AI persona profile and stuff like that, so you can see that my avatar, and then we'll go into the game and we'll talk about how it went and everything, and take a look at the map and see how it goes. It's pretty much standard, nothing special. It was, I booted up the game. It asked me, do I want to go through a tutorial, expert tutorial, or have I played before? You know what? I just decided, you know what? Even though I've played Civ a lot, let's just go ahead and go straight from the beginning, the basic tutorial, and go through that. And we went through the game and won pretty well. I think it was against like a expert AI and advanced AI and a basic AI, and on a dropless difficulty. So just the basics. Um, so yeah, this is my avatar right here, as you can see him. He was France, ended as France the last time I played. That's why he's dressed up in the fancy clothes like that. Um, my AI persona is careful right here. Favorite defensive play style, open. So we're open, which is they're eager to learn from others and embrace diversity, and trusting to build us. They acknowledge your efforts to build a solid relationship. And then I got the inventor and the showboater as strengths. I tried to keep it at least a minimum of not too advanced, but maybe a little bit advanced. So I start with 5 science on research center and 330% plus 30% fame bonus. The inventor is because that's mainly what I did in my first playthrough. Is I played science game and I won pretty handily as it. It was really fun. And then my biases is I I had I made up to 3 cities, but I ended up with 2 at the end only, because I absorbed one of the cities into the other. And if the game had gone on any much further, I probably would have absorbed my last one as well and just had one big old city. And I did play turtley. I didn't start anything. I tried to be nice to all the AIs, and so I chose turtle because that's what I did. And then I got some trophies to unlock things. So there is that. I'm going to have a link in the description of the video if you want to, copy my avatar into your game. I have it loaded up on the games together thing that they have everything set up for, so people can share avatars. Let's go into the game here, and we'll take a quick look around at what the game looked like. At the end, I lost all my boats. They started attacking me. They didn't declare war. It was just a skirmish thing. But they attacked me at the end. Who was it?
A new era, a new epoch. While your tribe looks to you for leadership,
So we're at the
the
end
weight
game
of
turn,
all
as
those
you can see.
future, unborn generations also weighs upon your decisions. What sort of lives will they have?
So this is the map. I didn't expand, like I said, I went turtle. I didn't expand much. I did some expansion. I did halfway decent, but nowhere near as big as like some of the others did. These guys are the one who attacked me at the end. These people here.
I hope our little chat
I
is
am
as pleasant
means.
for you as it is for me.
They Yeah, I demanded they pay me 3,000. Like, this is the end of the game and everything. They just attacked me and knocked out all my boats. That's the
What do
last
you
thing.
seek?
This was my only alliance person. They're the only one who ever went into an alliance with me. They were real nice. They unfortunately just recently, I think because it was the end of the game and they were getting set to break the alliance, they started downgrading all the treaties, and I couldn't get them back no matter what I did. they never wanted to be higher in the treaties. Um, and
So
these
nice to hear
people
from you.
kind of don't like me because, like I said, at one point I was pretty friendly with all of them, and the Mongols here went to war with uh, the my alliance people. I had the alliance at the time with the Aztecs, whoever they were back then. But I was allianced with them, and then the Mongols attacked them, and I forced the Mongols to. I made a demand that they drop the war, and they did. So they kind of didn't like me for a good long while. I just recently got back into trade agreements and everything with them. I couldn't get them to do anything else, but I did get back up to trade everything. So there is that. Um, I think I had pretty much the only pearls on the map. There might have been one or two more, but I'm pretty sure that was the maybe almost the only pearls on the map at that time. Um, this was my starting city here. We started with the horses and the copper, like right next to us. I think we started like right down here somewhere with our dude, and they just went up here, and I found this, and I said, you know what? This is a great city to start and settle. I didn't go to expand anywhere else except for over this direction. We had territories out over here. This actually right here was my second city right here. Yeah, that was my second city, if I remember correctly, and then my third city is over here, Athmini. And then I absorbed my second city into my main city to cut down on things. We're at 84, 84 through 84 pop. So we're full on everything. I was getting to the point where I had used all of I had activated my science affinity to put everything of production and gold making into science, and I was about to this was about to go off, and once it did, I was going to make the copy palace. I think how you pronounce that. It was actually I was just getting this for the 100% production towards any shared project. So going forward, if I got more wonders or any shared projects, I could do it even faster than I was before. But I got a bunch of things. Like here's the Tojiji, here is the Basil's Cathedral, Basil's Cathedral, sorry, the statue of Zeus, and somewhere in here I think is Stonehenge. There's the Angkor Wat too. But I think my first one was Stonehenge. I can't remember where I put it though. There's another stone rings. I am not sure where it is, but I think that was my first one. Let me look at my deal here. Let's go all the way down here. No, actually, I claimed the Pyramid of Giza. That's right. I didn't do Stonehenge. I did the Pyramid of Giza, wherever that is. Here it is. It's right here. So I started here, but then I said, you know what? Let's build around the lake. It looked really nice. We got some stone circles around the lake. We got all the other wonders I was building. I was going to build that one right there. You know, it looked nice and everything. I did the wondrous effects on my pearls. I did wondrous effects on Mercury. At least one wondrous effect on everything, on one of everything. So there's a wondrous effect on the saffron. And oh, I did another wondrous effect on saffron. Or maybe it does it all of them once you do one of them. I can't remember. Nope. Okay. No, I did wondrous effects on 3 saffron apparently. Oh, I had found coal, but I never put it in my deal. It was like at the end of the game, so didn't need coal. I found saltpeters and made some saltpeter stuff so I could use that when I wanted to. Um, but I got to the industrial era, as you can see. I was the highest one. Uh, Everybody else was pretty much lower. Um, I started with the Zhao and went. I think this was Greeks, and then more. Everything else is science. So everything that was science. Um, so this was the last one. Was the French here. The Yeah, if we go back, we're in the Neolithic era. We did the science +1 to science per population on the city outpost uh, as our what you call it, our legacy trait, which you get if you get 10 science or max science, whatever, how much ever science, 10 science here. So that was our when we also did the growth star. I never once hunted a animal because there was no animals around for whatever reason. I got a lot of food and I got the pop and I got all the science stuff, but there was no damn animals at all. I was surprised. And then the ancient hour, we went to Zhao for our science and stability and the estate, which is influence. It was really, really great. Zhao are the king. Zhao are pretty much king unless you're going like military in the ancient era. And then we have the Greeks. We went Greeks next in the classical era. So I went scientist. That's mainly what I was going to focus on. We've got 2 science per researchers on city or outpost. And then we had the Italian technologies. We got 22 of them at that point. And then we also got stars for districts and influence and art and population and stuff like that, and expansionist territories attached to the city. And then we went UMods, which is another science city, science culture. Let's go back. The Zhao get this. This is just awesome. The one thing though, no mountains. I don't know why, but this is like the only mountain in here, and it still wasn't enough to offset the school somewhere else actually. But no mountains whatsoever. I don't think there are hardly any mountains, if any at all, on this map anywhere. Maybe this over here would count, but it's mainly flat terrain in here. So maybe not go Zhao with a map like this. I don't know why the map was all flat like this. There wasn't much there at all. Our treaty ended with the Siamese, so as you can see, let's go back to looking at this. So yeah, not the best thing because we didn't have any mountains, but I was still able to get like 12 research, 12 science by putting these down in various places. A couple of places I got like 14. So I did good. I made a couple of Zanchi, but not much, and I've already upgraded them to other later era stuff. Then I went Greeks, which is, as I said, the science. This is their thing at the Amphitheatron, which actually goes to next to any district. It's not just science district, research quarters, or any other thing, but any district. So that's why this is really nice. It also gives you another +2 stability on districts as you use it, so you don't lose as much stability. That's what the nice thing about the Zhao was, is they gave you +2 stability on district as their legacy trait once you chose them. So this also gives you +2 more stability. So I was at this point only using 6 stability when I made a district, so I could district out really good. And then I made a couple of hoplites. I think I only made 1 hoplite, and he was used to cut down forests to help me build the wonders. Um, so then we moved on to the UMAD, which is another science deal. Um, this is the only science in this medieval era. This is the only one who boosted science, which is kind of a shame. 3 science per number of attached territories, +5 faith, -10 stability, +1 research slot on city or outpost, but also +2 stability on district. So it's still really good. It just leans more into science as we did, and their thing is +5% science per alliance on all cities. Since I only had the one, I only got the +5 once. Unfortunately, I kept on trying to get alliances with the others, but they just wouldn't go for it. And then I had the Harris, and I made like 3 of these because at that point it was, if I'm not mistaken, the Mongols actually were at the unhappiness point with me. They weren't very happy at that time with me, so that's why I made 3 of those, and I made a couple of garrisons up here near them, one up there and then one down here, so I could have a close reign on the Mongols if I needed to. Let's go back to medieval. So I made some Harrises, and we got. I filled out the. I went over on technology. I went into the next era. I was way ahead on science at that point. That I ran out of science stars. Same here on the early modern. We went to Zosen. They were the next science deal that was available. They have the Seowin, which gives actually influence, which is nice to get again. +2 science and 3 science per adjunct research quarter, and 1 science per researcher, and 1 researcher slot, and 2 stability on districts. And then they have the Gufski. This is where I started to get into what you call it, ships. I was starting to explore the ocean. I had already waited too long to expand into any of the islands or anything, so I just made ships to go explore and get curiosities out there, so I could get stuff. When I was doing this, like I said, we were already crushing science, so we were going to max that out no matter what. Then we got a couple Argarian stars, another Steed star, and a Builder star here to max out our stars. And then we got to the French as the last thing. I think I only spent maybe 30 turns as them. 20 to 30 turns as them. They were the next science in the industrial area. They get +1 science per population. That is huge at that point because, like I said, I have like 84 pop here. I was at maybe 70 pop at that point, and then another 34 population there. So I was just rocking in science. There was nobody going to catch up with me on that. +1 influence per adjacent districts, +3 influence on territory, +2 stability on district. I don't think I made any cursors before the end. So yeah, there's that. I could have probably at the end just skipped the science whatsoever, because these guys give +10% science on all cities. That was, by that point, I was overkill. If we go and take a look, I showed it earlier, but if we take a look, I'm at a full deal. I'm at 1,533 science here at the end. I was way overkill on science. And the other city had 596, so I was over 2,000 science at the end there. And this one ain't even maxed out. If I go and drop another ones in here to max it out, I'm at 621 science. So yes, I pretty much went way overboard with the science. I could have probably chose somebody else besides the French. I could have went gold. At the end, I was building money quarters over here because I need market quarters because I needed the gold. I was seriously behind on gold. My upkeep, as you can see up in the upper right, was starting to get to be too much for how little I had up here, and things like that. I have actually no army whatsoever except for these guys. Like I said, they just killed my ships. I have a Hellbriders, I have 3 horses, and 1 musketeer left over. Let's take a look at science real quick so I can show you its. So like I said, we got everything all the way back. I actually started out going domestication since I started with the horses, so I could get the extra food on it. Not really for the scout riders, more for the extra foods. I don't think I made a single scout rider. And then I went city defense, and then I went up to calendars to get the artisan quarters and the granary for extra food. Calendar is one of the key things you need to get, either second or third, if not first, because of the +2 per farmer, food per farmers. Farmers eat 8 food per turn. 8 food. You start out making only 6 food per farmer. So you need to get the granary going in every city to make that extra 2 food on farmers so they don't cost. That way they don't actually cost more than they make now. So you're even on them. So every farmer you have, you make as much food as they would take. So you can actually support more and more people the later you go with other farms, like food on a river, a fishery, food on harbors when you get harbors going. So you'll be actually making more and more food. This is kind of a key point, is to get this more than anything in the beginning. Unless you need like the domestications, if you start with horses, then you could get this as a kind of extra, but I would also go and get this as soon as you could. I went garrisons first because I was a little bit scared that the Mongols, who I think were like the Huns or something at that point, were going to just overrun me. So I wanted the palisades and the garrisons just in case I needed to rush defenses. Turns out I didn't even need to worry about it, and I could have went calendars anyway. And then I went irrigation, and then I went writing, and then I went all the way back for carpentry, masonry, fishing, and bronze working. Actually, I think I went after calendar. I went ahead and went carpentry and then into bronze working because I wanted to get some archers just in case I needed them at that point, and we could clear forest then. But then I went into bronze working, and then I went into irrigation because at that point I had 2 cities, if I remember correctly, and I needed the extra stability of the public fountains on the second city. And then I went into the wheel, which got me the Zanchi. And then I went up to writing, then back to masonry, fishing. By that point, I was making so much science, these cost maybe 2 turns, if not 1 turn each. Organized warfare for reinforcements when I needed it, and then sailing. Then I went sailing, and then philosophy. And then hydrology for the stability, because I still needed a little bit extra stability on that second city. And then when I got the philosophy, I added my 3rd city. I turned one of my outposts into the 3rd city, and I just went on from there, making choices and everything, going and getting what I needed for my where is my, I can't remember where my other thing was that I think the hoplites were next, and they were in something. I can't remember what they were in though. No, it was the Harrisers, weren't they? I can't remember. I don't remember what they were in. I got the, not sure, but I got the library and stuff, as you can see. Oh, here we go. The Harris and the chivalry tree there. And then the hoplite. Actually, the hoplites would have been before that. I'm not sure where they would have been. Not totally sure where they were. They were in, oh, they were down here in ironworking, of course. The standing army with the iron. So yeah, you need iron for the hoplites, and then we go up to the Horus as our chivalry, and then we got the boat, the Gubsky and our naval artillery, and then the French were thing was somewhere in here. I can't remember where it was. I never actually looked at where it was. I don't think. I think I'd like researched it before I got there. So I never found out. That's the dragoons, howitzers, conscripts. Not sure where they are. That's the line infantry. Yeah, did I even I don't even know if I unlocked them or not. What are they called again? They are called the couriers. Uira. Take a look. Uira. Uirassier. Uirassier. Cuirass. I still can't remember. Uirassier. Cuirassiers. There's no results for some reason. Huh. Well, that's annoying. Maybe it only does like, yeah, it only does the name of the things. It doesn't do it by name of the what's in the item here. Yeah, I don't see it like shining like the other ones did. So I must have already researched it. I'm not sure where it is in the research tree. That's here. So it's not in the tree. Did they forget? Is that a bug that it's not in the tree? Did I actually not get? Did it not actually show up? Let me see if I can. Yeah, it doesn't show. It doesn't show what you need for them to unlock them. That's strange. Does it show it on the others? No, it doesn't. Okay. That's weird. Let me see something real quick. This? Nope, that's just that. There it is. Oh, it's very bright. Let's see. French. Industrial era French. No. Needs line formation. Okay, so line formation. Line formation. Back here. Down here. So, oh, okay, I didn't know this was a thing. If you unlock the technology before you choose the deal, because it's not that far in. I think I might have like beelined into it because I saw like one unit slot available for each army. So that's kind of why I probably rushed to it when I saw it after I got like a research deal of scientific method or something. I went and got line formation. That's a con. That's a con to having big science. If you get it before the thing becomes available, you don't get the unit. That is interesting. That's the only thing I can think of that happened. Let's also check our civics here. Oh, as you can see, my stability is awesome. I did awesome on my stability here. Well, after it was touch and go on our second city. It got down to like 30, 39, 40% at one point on our second city. I also just went and undone all of my religious choices because I chose this at the end. Lose stability, enforce a state religion, build new holy sites, or pick tenants, become immune to religious grievances. At this point, I didn't care about religion anymore. I've already had things. Oh, I can't even look at it anymore because it's the thing. But I had chosen like science and influence, and I think at one point I chose something to do with army. I accidentally clicked on it, if I remember correctly. But I went communal land to get food per number of attached territories. That a lot of attached territories. One science per researcher on city or outpost, of course. One farmer slot on city or outpost, so extra food and farmer slots. Stimulated people, so minus 50% elimination cost. I never actually used this, so this was just wasted here. Professional soldiers, I went +1 combat strength, of course. Codified laws to this. I actually went way back at the beginning to, because I was going to go less. I was going to do more attaching to a single city, and then I was going to absorb a city, so I knew I wanted that more than I wanted the other. Natural right for my main influence on main plaza. Unless for some reason you're really going on to faith, religion, don't ever choose that over this. I would always choose this. Small council for a +1 city cap. I think this is actually what gave me my third city, and not the deal. I could probably have changed this after I got philosophy and changed it to stability on capital. That would have been better. Criminal slaves, I went on common quarters +1 food +1 industry. I wasn't doing any ransacking. I wasn't fighting anybody, so this would have been worth nothing to me. And then free artistic expression, I went +1 influence on makers quarters or +1 influence on market quarter. I was doing makers. I was really ramping up production at this point, so that helped me get a little bit of extra there. And then minus 20% cost on canceling a civic and 20% cost on enacting a civic. So that would have been great. My stability was maxed out. I was not worried about revolutions whatsoever. And then I actually chose the 30% production on religious district industry costs. This affects wonders, in case you don't know. That actually, since these are actually counting as religious sites, each of these count as a religious site that does not go against the cap. They actually get the minus 30% cost. So if you want to build wonders, grab that civic, because that is just so awesome of a civic to have instead of this one. spends money in order to increase stability in the city. I mean, if you're really having problems with stability, sure, but if not, go this instead to build wonders a whole lot quicker, like 30% quicker. And then I went. I think if I went, yeah, I went the influence on territories if the territories follow state religion. I didn't really need the extra faith at that time. And then I went, I actually think I went the stability on territories if territories follow for religion, just in case somebody was putting pressure on me. I think somebody was, it was, what you call it, the orange people, these guys, the Siamese who were someone else at this point. He was putting a lot of religious pressure on me, so I just went on this just in case he managed to flip me. I wanted to make sure I had stability still. And then I went, of course, I went 5+5 science on holy sites. So I had, like, as you saw, like like a lot of stone circles. I went shamanism as my religion deal. So I have like over like five maybe circles here, stone rings, and then I have all of these wonders which count as religious sites too. So that would have been more science on them because they count as holy sites. If you want more faith and stability, you could go this one. And then at the end, you get this one, which I'm still not totally sure of what to pick here. I just went with this one, so I didn't. So if I converted somebody, I'm immune to religious grievances. But the thing of it is it just removes your religion, I think is what it does. Yeah, there's no state religion anymore, so it just removes your religion is basically all it does. And then if you're, I guess that's how you become immune. You're no longer have a state religion, but you then also, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that so we can look at it. Then you, or you could choose the minus 75% forward religious strength bonus, plus 25% faith on territories if territories follow state religion. Replace the current state religion with atheism, lose the ability to build holy sites or pick tenets. All religious civics are locked, and some invested influence is reimbursed. So this is at the end if you're going to just get rid of your religion. Yes, okay. Now I don't have any tenets, of course, now. But let's see. Let's see. What did I go with? I don't remember. I think I went influence first. And then on the second one, I accidentally clicked on the, this one. And then I went the science one. Maybe not. Maybe I went stability. No, I went the, I can't remember. I think I went the science one. Or no, I went the science one here is what I did. And then at the end, I couldn't choose the one I wanted, so I think I chose the stability one, even though I didn't need it at that point. But it was a lot of fun. As you can see, I ended with 4,742 fame. I think if you're at over 4,000 fame, you're going to win the game on Metropolis difficulty. If you reach that point, you should pretty much win the game at that point if you hit 4,000. Because as you can see, they got close, but they didn't hit it. Maybe 4,200 would be kind of like a safety net would be enough. And then let's see. All of our yields are pretty good. We got like a 16 food tile here. Like we were making the food. Also, I sacrificed people a lot before I got that deal where you can't sacrifice people anymore. I sacrificed a lot of people. Like I emptied out this city like 2 or 3 times, and the same for my third city. I think I sacrificed like my city and my second city's people like 2 times building. Sometimes I built wonders, other times I built I just did it to get rid of pop so I could like on a science quarter or something to get rid of population, because I was at the point where I was starting to lose pop and gain pop and stuff like that. I was getting to the point where I was running out of room to put people in. So I did that. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I showed all of that. Showed the field there. So I think that's it. Um,
First among equals, peerless among peers. Without inflating your ego too much, it must be said that you have claimed the mythic place in the tumultuous history of humankind.
let's see the breakdown of fame per era. So we got 90 fame in the Neolithic. Then we got 240 up to 1,129 as a Zhao. And then we got 1,975 as the Greeks. 2,075 as the Greeks, actually. And then at the medieval era, we got 30,089. 3,389. And then early modern as the Joseon, we got 4442, 4742. And then in the industrial era, we got not much. We ended up pretty much where we were. Like I said, we didn't have much deal at the end there. Look, this is our the statistics for fame. We just started taking over like about in the 1800s, and just like turned 70, and we just took off from there. Food we just boom. Food we just went out of our world starting around after turn 80. Industry, we took off. That's where I founded my second city or third city or something. That was my industrial city, and we just got that going great. Money, as you can see, we didn't really do nothing. We were at the bottom of the barrel of money a lot of the times. Oh, I skipped science. Here we go. This is where we were ahead pretty much almost the whole time, and then we kind of dipped down. I think right here is where I was like not building science quarters fast enough. I had to start building science quarters and stuff again, and that's when that's when my deal. I just finished all of my science quarters and places and just skyrocketed there at the end. And then here's our influence. We started out really well, and then we just kind of tanked, and then we started getting the influence again at the end. And stability, as you can see, we dipped down. Like this was where the second city came into play, and then we went back up and we dropped back down just a little bit, but then we were steady across the board, like about after 120. Pop was good going up. We dropped down because I was not getting enough food quarters and everything built, but after a little bit I started building back up again. This drop point here, I think, is when I like sacrificed all the people in almost in all of my cities. And then we got the religion. We didn't do much, as you can see. We didn't push it good, but we got up there at the end. And then our research just is the steady climb, better than everybody else's. Trade, well, we didn't do much trade. Like I said, it wasn't until like right around here that I started building the trade quarters. Military, I hardly built any military. I had warriors basically just pop out of the curiosities when they popped up. That's how I got warriors. But eventually I just got rid of the warriors and was using that unit I had earlier, the Musketeer, the Harris, and all that stuff. And then my number of cities was here. At about turn 70, I was at 3, and then I went across, and then I dropped back down. This is around when I absorbed my second city, and I was about to absorb it again when I noticed that it was only like 20 more turns till the game end. I said, we'll just go with the third city there. Then we automatically mechanized research. So we could just continue on if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. So, yeah. It was a lot of fun. My first game, my first win. We'll come back. I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure if I want to play a game live. I may just turn this into a report of an after action report, I guess you could say, of what the game was like, if we won or we lost, why did we lose, why did we win. I'm kind of planning on going either like really expansionist, which is going to be a little bit more military, most likely, or I'm just going to go straight military and just crush people and see if I can get through like that. I'm not sure yet how I want to go. It's probably going to be on Metropolis again. I'm not confident I can do Nation. You know, I'm not confident I can do Nation there. You know. Yeah, I'm just not confident on that part. We did get some pretty good trophies here. The Inventor, Hipster, Gastronome. We're a hipster, everybody. We're a hipster. And I'm not sure. I might look into other personas, see if there's any like historically accurate personas around, like Theodore Roosevelt or Peter from Russia, like in Civ. I wouldn't mind seeing how those guys play. You know, interpret people's interpretation of them. We'll see how they go. But like I said, if you want to play against me, I'm an advanced. My AI is supposed to be advanced. I'm archetype is careful, open, trusting. My biases are megapolis, which means I concentrate into one city, and I turtle, so I have great defenses. My strength is I'm an inventor, which gives me extra science and research quarters, and I'm a showboater, which means I gain 30% more fame than others. So, like I said, an advanced AI is the difficulty of my AI, which isn't that bad, I feel. I'll probably be updating that as we go along. It's going to be a while, though. And we'll see how it goes as I unlock more trophies and everything. So, like I said, check the description for the link to my my persona if you want to try and match up against me. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.